Welcome to Aaron's 31 Days of Horror. It's 31 Days of Horror with me, Aaron, where I'm going to be reviewing things from horror films, horror music, horror. My reviews are just for the love of horror, out of the love for horror, so there is no spoilers here, there is no hate here. This is just, if this is for me or not for me, there's just nothing but love for horror here, and I want to share horror with you. Because what scares us is so personal to us. How can I, what I say, boo on your scare? I like that you found out what scares you, but I also have what scares me. So let's just both be able to be scared. There's enough room for horrors for everybody. And today's review is a little different than what I typically do. I watched the trilogy of Fear Street on Netflix, which is like based off the R.L. Stine books. And I never read that series, actually. I read a lot of the R.L. Steins as a kid, but I did not do that one. So it was fresh for me. Here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna review all three films, but I'm doing it very snappy. So we're gonna go 1 minute summary, 1 minute review, tell you if I'd stab it again, and did it stick its ending. I'm not a critic. I'm not here to criticize this film. I'm just here to share this film with you and see what you think. And find out if Fear Street series, the trilogy, is for me or not for me. How to watch? Watch it with friends. I watched it alone. You can watch it alone. This is like first time scare. I feel like it's made for teenagers, but it's also not made for teenagers. So it's like this weird little, like, definitely not preteens. If you don't like your preteens watching this, I watched horror since I was 5, but you know what I mean. So depending on what you do for your preteens, it's a little juvenile kind of too for adults in some ways. So, but it's gory and violent. How to watch? Watch with a friend. Watch by yourself. I think you're fine as a first time scare. First up in the series is Fear Street 1994. So these are all done by years, and this is the 1994. I'm going to give you a brief summary. Gosh, I hope I can remember all the characters' names. I'm really bad at names. I've learned by doing this, so who cares about the names? I'm just going to tell you the generality. No spoilers. We go in 3, 2, 1. So Fear Street 1994 is set in 1994, which is kind of cool because it kind of gives like Scream vibes. I think that's what its intention was. And it's about this killer that's on the run, and there's Sunnyvale and Shady. Oh my god, I can't. Shady Side and Sunnyvale, and Sunnyvale's like the rich kids who like have it all, on Shady Side is just like this cursed kind of town, and they have this rivalry. And then people start to die, and they find this kind of witchcraft that's been cursed kind of on Shady Side. And so now it becomes like a slasher film where they're trying to get away, and one of their friends kind of gets what's the word, witchcraft is done on them, and they're now like kind of trying to kill people or stuff like that. So yeah, so there's this element of just trying to help their friend and figure out how to break the curse of, so the slasher doesn't come get them. So that's 1 minute. Let's give this a 1 minute review. 3, 2, 1. Back to back here. It's good. I would want it to be better because I love Scream so much and I love slashers so much, and it is like kind of trying to be that kind of slasher, but it's also trying to be like more kind of witchcraft, otherworldly, demonic, and sometimes that's my vibe, sometimes it's not, so I just wasn't ready for both those worlds to kind of collide, but it was fun. It's, you know, nothing too serious really about it. It's just a silly kind of film. It has like violent moments that happen that are surprising because it feels like it was made and written for like teenagers, preteens to watch. Like it's their first time watching a scary movie. I realized I wasn't breathing. And so yeah, I don't know what its vibe really is and who it's really written for, because I think it's like too juvenile for some teenagers, but then it's also too violent for some preteens. So I don't know who it's really for in 1994. But fun. It's fun. 2, 1. Bing. Bing, 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 bing. So would I stab this again? No. I think I'm good. I wouldn't stab this again. But did it stick its ending? 3. Because I wasn't like really invested all that much, but then the ending made me go, oh yeah, okay, I want to come back and watch the next one, 78. So I guess I should give it a higher, but because I'm just like not invested, it's not like it was this great ending. I want to be like, get ready for the ending and give it a 4. No, it's not like that. But so 3. 3 is enough because I was excited, invested. They got me ready to go do 78. That's Fear Street in 1994. So now the next one in the series is Fear Street 1978. So now, because there were some killers. Oh, I should wait. I'm doing 1 minute summary. Three, two, one. So in the second in the series, it goes back in time from 1994 because now we're seeing there were some killers that were brought back from the dead in the other one that came and got them, and now we get to kind of see one of the killers and how they got started and how and kind of put some of the pieces together from 94. And so now we're following. Oh my gosh, I can't remember her name, the lead girl, but Sam, I want to say, I don't know. But there's two sisters, and it's Sadie Sink from Stranger Things, and she's just so good. She's just so good. Oh, but it's not a review though; it's summary. And so there's just two sisters. It's at a camp. I haven't even said that yet. It's a camp. Oh my gosh, and it's kind of like a la Friday the 13th, right? Like now we're camp counselors. There's campers, and there's this man who gets kind of the witchcraft gets put on him. I can't think of the freaking word. And he comes around butchering kids and butchering camp counselors as a part of this curse that's happened. And so, yeah, that's kind of 1978. I did that so bad. I can't remember their names. But now I can do the 1 minute review, which is what I think wanted to do, obviously. Three, two, one. Oh, I started it. Sadie Sink, so good. This is so much fun. I had a great time. I was invested the whole time. I was laughing. There weren't really like a lot of scares, but it was slasher. It was so Friday the 13th. They did such a good job at that. And it got me like invested with the characters. Like all the characters I really liked, and I liked their storylines and kind of the backside. Like we get to really find out about Shady side more and the difference, and like really didn't understand it in 94, and this really opened that up, and like kind of the curse of it and the witchcraft that's there. And Sarah Fear, who is the start of this whole thing. She's the witch that started this all. And yeah, it was just fun times. I recommend it for a fun time. Like this is not scary, but it is bloody, very bloody. They go there and they kill kids. They do it all. So that's not your vibe. Maybe not that. So that's why it's always so weird. Like it feels like it's for preteens, but there's these dark elements to it that just don't feel like it is. But that's what I would say about Fear Street in general. So would I stab this one again? Yeah, I would stab this one again with friends. Like not like because I just really want to go watch it again, but like I'm like, oh yeah, let's watch it. It's fun. But it's kind of like this thing where you kind of have to sit through 94 to get to 78. Just kind of sad. And did it stick its ending? Yeah, I'd give it like a 4. I almost want to do 4.5, but I don't know if these films deserve 4.5s. I'm sorry, but they're fun and silly and great, but like just they're not like these stupendous, like well-made, crafted films. The director's really great. She knows what she's doing. Yeah, so I guess we have 4.5 because it got me excited. Like, it was like, ooh, the other one I waited kind of between, but this one was like, I want to find out what happens. How does this all close up? Because they do connect. And I didn't think they were going to connect like they do, but they do. And it's a 4.5 as the ending. Wow. Wow. I might want to do 4. Whatever. That's it. Final film in the series is 1666. 666. Yeah. So this is the beginning. Let's go. Well, the ending, but back to 1666. 3, 2, 1. So this is about Sarah Fear. And what they do is they actually even have other actors that were in the other films play these characters from back then, which is kind of interesting. So it's about Sarah Fear and her being blamed for being a witch. She goes out on the full moon and gets in contact with the devil's book, and it's kind of just like the beginning of this whole series, but it also closes everything up in a nice way too. Like it pieces all the pieces we didn't even realize they were like kind of missing. Like they really do close each one chapter really nicely, but then you're like, oh yeah, there were kind of questions that maybe I didn't really care about to know or not, but that needed to be answered. So this is Sarah Fear at the beginning of the Fear Street series, but it's the ending, the closing of the film. So yeah, and so it's kind of interesting to see it, and it closed in this time period for this series. 3, 2, 1. Let's get into this review. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, this one was okay. It was fine, right? I think I liked it better than 94. Yeah, I did, but it's nowhere near 78, and so it was kind of disappointing. I just didn't like the road they went. I'm all about witches and stuff like that, so I don't want to give away too much. Spoiler free. But the actors that were in 94, I was like, these are bad, but they were good in this one. So I guess it was just the context, and I don't know what their accents were really. I don't know what was happening with them. Maybe it's a thing I don't understand that kind of happens in that era, but I was like, what is going on? We're not in British, but it's also not. We're not in Britain, but it's also not British. It was weird. Enough about the accents, but it it closes up everything very nicely. It just wasn't as exciting to me as the other ones. Maybe because they had to like kind of close everything up. We didn't really get much time. I felt like to be with Sarah Fier more, and I was liking that character development and all that for her. So am I gonna stab it again? I don't think I'm stabbing this one again. I kind of want to see the they have like a prom queen one. It's not got a good reviews, but so I still kind of want to see the Fear Street as just like it's good background watching chill horror. But I don't think I'm seeing stabbing it again. And I think I'd give the ending. I think I'd give the ending like a 3.5. They closed it very nicely, and it had a really exciting big ending to it. Just not the direction I wanted it to go, but that's my own expectation. That has nothing to do with the filmmakers, so that's just on me. 3.5 goes pretty good, I think, still. They closed it nicely. That's the Fear Street trilogy. Overall, I don't think it's for me, but it's good. It's fine. Like you watch it, like your teenagers and stuff like that, your preteens, the kids. I think they'd have fun with it. But it is violent and there's adult themes to it. But it's nowhere near a Jason or a Freddy or a Scream. It's like right underneath the Scream. That's Fear Street. People say, right? It's first type scarers. You'll be fine. If you scare easily, you'll be fine. And so this is Aaron, reminding you what scares us is personal to us, so don't boo on anyone else's scare. Let them enjoy what they enjoy. You enjoy what you enjoy. There's room for all of it. I'm just letting you know what's not for me is not for me, and what is for me is for me. And maybe you agree with it, maybe you disagree with it, but there's still space for you to be scared and me to be scared. Happy Halloween!